Ladies and gentlemen, life has a way of knocking us down. We all face challenges, obstacles, and moments when it feels like giving up would be the easiest thing to do. But here's the truth: the greatest rewards go to those who keep getting up, no matter how many times they fall. Today, I want to talk about the power that lies in getting up and keeping on fighting, no matter the odds. When life knocks you down, the first thing you must do is admit that it's hard. It's so easy to brush things off, to tell yourself that you're fine when you know deep down that you're not. But here's the truth: pretending everything is okay when it's not doesn't make the struggle go away. It only makes it worse. It's okay to say, "This is tough." It's okay to acknowledge the pain, the disappointment, the frustration, or the fear. This doesn't make you weak, it makes you real. There is power in honesty. You see, admitting the struggle is not the same as accepting defeat. It's the opposite. It's taking the first step toward taking control of your situation. The moment you can acknowledge that you're in the fight, that you're facing a challenge, that's when you stop being a victim of circumstances and start being the victor. Until you recognize the battle, until you own the struggle, you can't fight it. You can't overcome what you don't acknowledge. When you look at your situation, don't sugarcoat it. Don't tell yourself that it's easier than it is just to feel better. Don't lie to yourself and pretend that the mountain ahead of you isn't steep. It is. It's difficult. But here's the beauty of that: once you acknowledge the challenge, once you face it head on, you've already taken a step toward overcoming it. You have to face the truth before you can find a solution. You have to see the mountain before you can figure out how to climb it. Think about the most successful people in the world, the ones who have achieved extraordinary things, who have built empires, who have changed the world. They didn't get there by pretending that the road was easy. They didn't get there by ignoring the obstacles in their path. They got there because they recognized the challenges, they accepted the reality of the situation, and they kept going anyway. They acknowledged the struggle and decided that no matter how hard it was, they were going to fight through it. And that's the difference between those who succeed and those who don't. Successful people don't shy away from the struggle. They step into it with courage. It's easy to think that the pain, the obstacles, the setbacks are signs that you're doing something wrong. But that's not true. Struggles are a part of the journey. They're a part of growth. They're a sign that you're moving forward. Every difficulty, every moment of doubt is shaping you into someone stronger, someone more capable. You can't get to where you want to be without facing these struggles. They are not obstacles, they are the stepping stones to your success. So when life knocks you down, don't pretend it isn't happening. Don't ignore the reality of your situation. Acknowledge the struggle. Embrace it. Own it. And then take action. You'll be amazed at what happens when you face your battles with honesty and courage. The path ahead may not be easy, but with every step you'll grow stronger, wiser, and more determined. Remember, no one has ever conquered anything by pretending it wasn't a battle. You are capable of facing this. You are capable of overcoming this. The journey starts the moment you acknowledge the struggle. When you encounter a setback, it's easy to think it's the end of the road. It feels like a dead end, like everything you've worked for has come crashing down. You might be tempted to throw in the towel, to give up, to believe that this is it. But let me tell you something powerful: setbacks are not dead ends. They are simply setups for comebacks. Life's challenges are temporary. They come and go, and no matter how tough things seem, they are not permanent. The setbacks you face today will not define your future. They are just bumps in the road, part of the journey, but they are not the destination. When you're stuck in a difficult moment, it's easy to believe that it's the end of the line. You might feel like your dreams are slipping away or that everything is falling apart. But if you could step back for a moment and see the bigger picture, you'd realize that this is only a small chapter in a much larger story. Life has its ups and downs, and no storm lasts forever. The clouds may be dark, but the sun will shine again. It's in these moments when you feel at your lowest that you must remember one thing: the only thing that's permanent in life is change. No matter how difficult the challenge may seem, it will not last forever. Time moves on. The situation you're facing today will evolve, and so will you. What you are going through right now is part of the process, part of your growth. If you keep fighting, if you keep moving forward, you will find your way out. I want you to understand something very important: setbacks do not reflect your worth or your potential. Just because things aren't going according to plan doesn't mean you've failed. Life is full of unexpected turns, and we can't always predict the path ahead. But it's how we respond to these setbacks that defines us. The strongest people, the most successful people, are not the ones who avoid setbacks. They're the ones who keep going despite them. They don't allow a single setback to determine their future. They rise, they adapt, and they push forward. So don't judge your entire journey by a single setback. Don't let one challenge cloud your vision of the future. Your journey is much bigger than any obstacle you may face. If you stop and quit every time something goes wrong, you'll never get to experience the rewards that come from overcoming the difficult moments. The greatest victories are often achieved after the hardest battles. It's easy to think that success is about never facing setbacks, but that's not the truth. Success is about how you deal with the setbacks. It's about your resilience, your determination, your willingness to get back up, dust yourself off, and keep moving. You have the power to turn setbacks into opportunities for growth, to turn your challenges into victories. Remember, no matter how tough it gets, no matter how long the struggle, this too shall pass. Keep fighting, keep moving, and you'll see that the light at the end of the tunnel is closer than you think. When you're in the middle of a battle, it's easy to feel like you don't have enough strength to keep going. You might look at the challenges in front of you and it can feel overwhelming. You might even question your own abilities, wondering if you'll be able to make it through. But let me tell you something important: you are stronger than you think. The strength you have isn't just about how many punches you've avoided, how many easy days you've had, or how smooth the road has been. Your true strength is measured by how many times you've been knocked down and still found the courage, the will, and the determination to rise again. Every time you fall, you have the opportunity to get back up. And it's not the falling that defines you, it's the getting back up. You have no idea just how much resilience lies inside of you. Life has a way of testing us in ways we never expect. And it's in those moments that we discover a deep well of strength that we never knew existed. It's like an uncharted reservoir of power, hidden within you, waiting to be tapped into when you need it the most. You may not see it now, but when life pushes you to your limits, you will find that you have more strength than you ever thought possible. You've made it this far, haven't you? Think about the hardships you've already overcome. Think about the struggles you've faced, the doubts you've silenced, and the challenges you've survived. Every single one of those moments was an opportunity for you to either break or become stronger. And here you are, still standing, still fighting. That's not a coincidence. It's proof that you have more strength within you than you know. When life tests you, it's not just an obstacle, it's a chance to see just how much you're capable of. It's like a coach pushing you harder, knowing that the potential within you is far greater than you realize. Life doesn't give you more than you can handle. It gives you what you need to unlock that hidden strength, to awaken that power you've yet to discover. When you're faced with a challenge, don't focus on the difficulty itself. Focus on what it's showing you about your own abilities, about the reserves of strength that are quietly waiting for you to tap into them. It's easy to underestimate ourselves when we're in the thick of it. It's easy to think that we're not strong enough to handle what's in front of us. But I promise you, if you look back at your journey, you'll see that you've been building strength all along. Every obstacle you've overcome, every struggle you've survived, has been shaping you, fortifying you, preparing you for the next chapter. So the next time life knocks you down, remember this: you are stronger than you think. The strength you need is already inside you. Don't wait for someone else to tell you that you're capable. The truth is, you've always had what it takes. You just need to believe it. When you face your battles with this understanding, when you tap into that reservoir of inner strength, there is nothing you cannot overcome. The fight isn't over. It's just revealing to you the power you have within yourself. And when you realize that, you'll be unstoppable. When you're in the middle of a fight, when you're up against challenges and obstacles, it's easy to become overwhelmed by everything happening around you. The chaos, the uncertainty, the doubts, they can all cloud your vision. And before you know it, you're completely consumed by the situation at hand. But this is where you must make a crucial decision. Keep your eyes on the prize, on the vision of where you want to be, not the turmoil of where you are. The present moment, no matter how difficult it may seem, is just a stepping stone. It's a part of the process, but it is not your destination. If you allow your current struggles to define you, to become your focus, you will find yourself trapped in a cycle of frustration and discouragement. You'll miss the bigger picture, the grand vision of your life, the dreams and goals that you've set out to achieve. The present moment is temporary. It's the future that you must focus on. It's the future that you are working toward. It's easy to lose sight of that vision when everything around you seems to be falling apart. When you're struggling to keep up, when you're facing setbacks and challenges, it's tempting to give up or to simply react to what's happening in the moment. But if you want to achieve greatness, you must train yourself to look beyond the present circumstances. The people who make it to the top are not the ones who are swayed by every setback or distraction. They are the ones who maintain clarity, who keep their eyes fixed on their goals, no matter what's happening in their immediate environment. I want you to understand something powerful. Where you are right now does not determine where you will be tomorrow. The struggles you're facing today, the difficulties you're encountering, they do not define your future unless you let them. If you allow your current situation to shape your vision, you will never make it to the place where you truly want to be. Greatness requires focus. It requires the ability to see beyond the moment, beyond the pain, beyond the doubt, and to stay committed to your vision. It's about saying, this is tough right now, but I know where I'm going, and I won't stop until I get there. Imagine a ship at sea. The waters may be rough, the winds may be against it, but the captain doesn't turn the ship around just because of the storm. No, the captain keeps their eyes on the destination. They know that the storm will pass, and they know where they're headed. They don't let the current conditions dictate their course. They steer through the storm, eyes focused on the horizon. Your life, your journey, is no different. Right now, you might be in the midst of a storm, but don't lose sight of the destination. Don't let the challenges of today convince you that this is where you're meant to stay. You are meant for greater things. But you must stay focused on the vision, not the distractions of the present moment. Keep moving forward step by step, even when the road gets tough, and trust that your vision will become your reality. The greatness that awaits you is real. And it is only through unwavering focus and determination that you will reach it. Stay the course, keep your eyes on the prize, and let your vision be your guiding light. Every struggle, every challenge, every setback you face is not something to fear or avoid. In fact, it is a lesson in disguise, a powerful opportunity for growth and transformation. When you're in the middle of the fight, when life feels like it's pressing down on you from all sides, it can be difficult to see the bigger picture. But if you take a step back and look at the bigger process, you'll realize that every challenge is actually shaping you. It's building your character. It's molding you into the person you need to become in order to achieve greatness. Think of life like a blacksmith shaping steel. The steel is strong, but it isn't formed overnight. It must endure the heat, the pressure, the hammering. Only under these conditions does it become harder, sharper, and more resilient. The same is true for you. The heat of your struggles, the pressure of your challenges, they are the things that strengthen you. Without these tests, without these trials, you would not be the person you are meant to be. The stronger the challenge, the stronger the person you become. When life throws obstacles your way, don't see them as signs of failure. Don't look at them as punishments or setbacks. Instead, see them as the moments that will make you better. Your struggles are not your enemy. They are your training ground. They are the lessons that will teach you how to persevere, how to adapt, and how to overcome. Every time you face difficulty, you are building a stronger foundation for your future. Every time you get back up after being knocked down, you are strengthening the resilience that will carry you through whatever comes next. You might not feel strong in the moment. When you're struggling, it's easy to feel defeated, to think that you don't have what it takes to keep going. But I promise you, the very fact that you're still standing, still fighting, proves that you have strength within you that you haven't even fully realized yet. Every time you face a challenge and keep moving forward, you're training yourself to handle the next one with even greater strength and wisdom. The more you fight, the better you get. The more you learn, the stronger you become. Look at the people you admire, the ones who have achieved incredible things. They didn't get there by avoiding hardship. They didn't get there by avoiding pain. They got there by enduring it, by using every setback, every struggle, as a stepping stone to greater success. They became who they are today because of the lessons they learned through the toughest battles of their lives. So the next time you find yourself in a fight, don't back down. Don't run from the challenge. Embrace it. Welcome it. Understand that this fight, this struggle is strengthening you in ways you can't yet fully appreciate. It's shaping your character, sharpening your mind, and fortifying your spirit. When you look back on it, you will see that the toughest moments were actually the most important moments in your growth. Keep going, keep fighting, and know that every struggle is not just something to get through. It's something that is making you stronger, wiser, and better than you were before. Motivation is not something that will just show up at your door, waiting for you to be ready. It's not something that comes from an external source, nor is it something that can be summoned at will whenever you need it. No, motivation is something you create. It's the fire that you spark inside yourself when everything around you feels dark, when the weight of the world feels too heavy to carry. It's that inner drive, that energy that comes from within and propels you forward, even when the circumstances aren't ideal. So don't sit around waiting for the perfect moment to feel motivated. Don't wait for the right conditions to fall into place, because the truth is, they never will. If you're always waiting for the right time to take action, you will be waiting forever. The perfect feeling, the perfect circumstances, they are illusions that will always seem out of reach. But here's what you can control: action. You can always choose to take action, regardless of how you feel or what's going on in your life. The simple act of moving forward, even just one small step, will create momentum. And momentum is a powerful force. When you take that first step, when you make the decision to act, even when you don't feel like it, you begin to build momentum. And momentum is the key to staying on track. It's what keeps you going when you're tired, when you're frustrated, when you want to give up. Momentum is like a snowball rolling down a hill. At first it's small and slow, but with every action you take, it picks up speed and power. The more you do, the easier it gets. The more you move, the more motivated you become. This momentum fuels the process. And before long, you'll be moving at a pace you never thought possible, pushing through challenges and obstacles with confidence. But you have to create that momentum yourself. You can't wait for it to find you. If you want to keep moving forward, if you want to achieve your goals and dreams, you have to take the first step. It's not always going to feel easy. It's not always going to feel natural. But the more you push through those moments of resistance, the stronger you become. The more action you take, the more motivation you generate. Action begets motivation. It's a cycle that builds on itself. And the more you get into that cycle, the more unstoppable you become. I know there will be days when you won't feel like doing anything. There will be times when you're tired, when you're frustrated, when everything seems to be working against you. But in those moments, you have to remind yourself that motivation doesn't just show up, it's something you create. When you take action, when you choose to keep moving forward, you're not just going through the motions. You're building the very motivation you need to keep going. And with that motivation, there's no limit to what you can accomplish. So don't wait. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait for the perfect feeling. Take action now and create your own motivation. When you do, you'll find that you can keep moving forward, even when the road gets tough, because you are the one fueling your journey. You have the power to create the fire that will carry you through anything life throws your way. In life, you don't have to fight alone. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that success, achievement, or overcoming obstacles is something that must be done in isolation. But the truth is, we were never meant to go through this journey alone. Life can be tough, and the battles we face can be overwhelming at times. But look around you. You have a network of people who care about you, friends, family, mentors, people who are there to help, to support, and to encourage you. These are the people who can make all the difference when you're feeling down or ready to quit. Building a strong support network is not just a nice idea, it's a necessity. The people around you are the ones who will pick you up when you fall, who will remind you of your potential when you forget it yourself, and who will push you to keep going even when you feel like giving up. Their belief in you is not just a comfort, it's a powerful force that can reignite your own belief in yourself. When you surround yourself with those who lift you up, you tap into a source of strength that can help you weather any storm. The energy of their encouragement, the power of their belief in you is like a shield that protects you from the negativity and doubt that tries to creep in during tough times. Too often, we try to face our struggles in isolation, thinking we have to prove something to ourselves or others. But this only makes the journey harder. Isolation breeds doubt, while connection breeds strength. There is a power in knowing that you are not alone, that others believe in your abilities, that you have people who want to see you succeed. When you allow yourself to lean on those who care about you, you unlock an energy that will propel you forward in ways you can't even imagine. Your support network can come in many forms. It might be a close friend who's always there to listen, a family member who reminds you of how far you've come, or a mentor who shows you the path when you can't see it yourself. No matter the form, these people are there to remind you that you don't have to carry the weight alone. Let them encourage you. Let them push you when you need it. Let them remind you of your worth when you doubt it. They are your lifeline in moments of darkness, your beacon of hope when the road ahead seems uncertain. But this support isn't just for the difficult times. It's also about sharing your victories, no matter how small. Celebrating the milestones, acknowledging the progress, and allowing others to cheer you on. In those moments of celebration, you see the power of community. You see that the people around you aren't just there to help you when you're down. They're there to lift you up and cheer you on as you climb higher. So don't isolate yourself in your struggle. Seek out the people who believe in you. Let their support be the fuel that drives you forward. Their encouragement, their belief in you will serve as a reminder that you are not alone in this fight. And with their help, there is no challenge you can't overcome, no goal you can't achieve. Together you are stronger. Together you will rise higher. No one is coming to fight your battles for you. The fight is yours. And that is the greatest truth you can embrace. The moment you realize that you are the one who must step up, take charge, and face the challenges before you, you unlock a power within you that you may have never realized was there. It's your life, your journey, and ultimately your responsibility to create the outcomes you desire. No one else can do it for you. Taking responsibility for your fight means you stop looking for someone to blame. You stop pointing fingers, stop making excuses, and stop waiting for a savior to come and rescue you. It's easy to slip into a victim mindset, to believe that circumstances, other people, or past events are the reason you're not where you want to be. But the moment you take full ownership of your situation is the moment you stop being a victim and become the victor. It's the moment you realize that despite the obstacles, despite the struggles, you have the ability to change your life. This is where true empowerment begins, when you stop waiting for the world to change for you and instead take control of the only thing you can truly control: yourself. It's not always easy. It's not always fair. Life throws challenges your way, and some of them may seem insurmountable. But here's the secret: no one else can determine your success, your growth, or your future except you. Yes, life may be tough at times, but you have the power to shape how you respond to it. Your situation doesn't have to define you. It's your response to it that will shape your future. The moment you accept responsibility for your situation is the moment you take back control of your life. When you stop blaming others or making excuses, you stop giving away your power. You take ownership of your choices, your actions, and your destiny. And with that ownership comes a sense of strength and clarity. You stop feeling helpless and start feeling capable. You stop feeling like things are happening to you, and instead you start to see yourself as the creator of your own path. This is a key turning point in your journey. When you take responsibility, you gain the power to change your circumstances. You begin to see opportunities where once you saw only obstacles. You begin to recognize that your victory is within your grasp, but it will only be yours if you are willing to fight for it. The fight may be long. It may require more effort than you ever imagined. But it is your fight. And there is nothing more powerful than taking responsibility for your own life and knowing that the outcome is in your hands. So don't wait for someone else to come and change your circumstances. Don't wait for the perfect conditions or the perfect time. The time is now, and the fight is yours. Own your situation, take responsibility for where you are, and understand that the power to change your life lies within you. Your victory is there, just waiting for you to claim it. But first, you must accept that the fight is yours to win. Growth doesn't happen in comfort. It doesn't happen when everything is easy, when everything is going your way. True growth, the kind that leads to transformation, comes from discomfort. It comes from those moments when life challenges you, when you feel like you're being pushed to your limits, and when it seems like the weight of the world is too much to bear. But here's the thing: you need to understand that pain you feel, that discomfort, it's not something to fear. It's the very thing that will take you to the next level. Pain is the catalyst for change, and if you're not willing to embrace it, to face it head on, you're missing out on the transformation that's waiting for you on the other side. It's easy to run from pain. It's easy to wish it away, to try to avoid the struggle. But avoiding pain only keeps you stuck. Pain isn't something to be afraid of. It's a sign that you're pushing beyond your comfort zone, that you're expanding, evolving, becoming more than you were yesterday. Think about it: when you go to the gym and lift weights, your muscles don't grow without strain. They grow through resistance, through pushing against something that feels tough, even painful. It's the same with your life. Every struggle, every challenge, every moment of discomfort is an opportunity to stretch beyond your limits, to grow into a better, stronger version of yourself. It's okay to feel pain. It's okay to feel the weight of life bearing down on you. That's normal. But the key is not to let it defeat you. The key is to use it. Pain doesn't have to be a roadblock. It can be a fuel for your fire. When you face pain with the right mindset, when you choose to see it as an opportunity to grow, it becomes your greatest ally. Pain becomes the force that propels you forward, that pushes you past the obstacles that would otherwise hold you back. When you embrace the pain, you are choosing to grow. You are choosing to step into the discomfort and push through it, knowing that on the other side lies something greater than what you are today. Every time you face pain and keep moving forward, you are becoming more resilient, more capable, and more powerful. You are proving to yourself that you are not defined by your struggles, but by your ability to overcome them. Understand this, your pain is evidence that you are growing. It's evidence that you are stretching beyond what's easy, beyond what's comfortable. And that growth, that transformation will pay off. It will shape you into someone who can handle anything life throws your way. The person you are today will look back on the pain you're going through now and see it as the moment when everything changed. It's the moment when you chose to embrace discomfort, to use it as fuel for your journey, and to grow into the person you were always meant to become. So when the pain comes, don't shy away from it. Don't wish it away. Embrace it. Use it. Let it fuel you. Understand that it is not your enemy, it is your greatest ally in the process of growth. And as you move through it, you will emerge stronger, wiser, and more capable than ever before. The discomfort you feel today is the growth you will celebrate tomorrow. When life comes at you, when the weight of the world feels too heavy to bear, there is one thing that will make all the difference: refusing to quit. When the odds are stacked against you, when failure feels imminent, the most powerful thing you can do is keep going. There's a certain strength that comes with perseverance, a strength that is built not in moments of ease, but in moments of struggle. Endurance is your weapon, and perseverance is the key that unlocks the door to victory. It's easy to think that the winner is the one who has the most talent, the one who never makes mistakes, or the one who never faces setbacks. But that's a myth. The winner is not the person who sails through life without challenges. The winner is the one who refuses to give up, no matter how many times they are knocked down. Talent can only take you so far, but persistence will carry you across the finish line. It's the person who shows up every day, who continues to push forward when everyone else has given up, who ultimately claims victory. In life, challenges are inevitable. Setbacks will happen. There will be times when it feels like you're making no progress at all, and the temptation to quit will be overwhelming. But understand this: as long as you refuse to quit, you are still in the game. As long as you keep fighting, you still have the chance to overcome any obstacle in your way. The person who quits is the one who gives up on that chance. They may have faced failure, but they never gave themselves the opportunity to rise again. You will face moments when the road ahead seems too tough to travel, when your dreams feel out of reach, and when you're exhausted beyond measure. But this is the moment when you have to dig deeper than ever before. This is the moment when your true strength shows up, not when things are easy, but when everything is stacked against you and you keep going anyway. The simple act of refusing to quit is more powerful than any talent, more powerful than any easy path. It is the mark of someone who believes, no matter how dark it may seem, that victory is still just one more step away. So when life tries to knock you down, when it feels like everything is going wrong, remember that the one thing you control is whether you get back up. It doesn't matter how many times you fall. What matters is how many times you rise. Each time you rise, you get closer to the success that waits for you on the other side. Quitting is the end. Perseverance is the beginning of everything. Keep getting up. Keep moving forward. Keep believing that your victory is just one more step away. The strength you need to succeed is already within you. You just have to refuse to let go. Keep going, no matter what. Your persistence will pay off. And one day you will look back at all the challenges you faced and realize that the most powerful thing you ever did was simply refuse to quit. The road to success is not a straight line. It's filled with bumps, detours, and setbacks. But with each challenge you face, you grow stronger, wiser, and more capable. So when life knocks you down, get up. Keep fighting. Because the greatest victories are always won by those who refuse to give up. And if you keep going, you will see that every fight, every battle, every challenge was worth it. Now is the time to get up and keep fighting, because your best days are ahead of you. Thank you.